Okay, so I start with opening up the energy field. Bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. So expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system, and also more awareness comes with that as well. So I'm expanding. And light is pure higher information. So the system then receives a lot more higher information than before, and can also hold a lot more of that information in the system. That's transforming the system on a cellular level towards your personal highest truth. So I'm expanding, expanding, expanding. And there is like a lot of light present today, a lot of light. So that's amazing. And then I fill up the expanded space with that light. Then I clear surface energies. So surface energies are just energies and emotions energies we've been exposed to over the past 1 or 2 days, and emotions that have been triggered up over the past 1 or 2 days, and that are basically floating around the top of our systems. And we just clear them because we don't need them right now. And it also helps the system to open up more and to relax more when they're out of the way. Okay, I'm clearing. And maybe you can experience when the surface energies are cleared that even more light can enter the system. Okay, and right now there is a lot of light sitting basically on the crown chakra and third eye chakra, and it just waits until those chakras are more opened up and cleared so that you can come in more. So open up the crown chakra even more. And the third eye chakra. Also throat and heart chakra. And then I just clear around the third eye chakra. I just clear energies around there. So I just see limiting beliefs are leaving the system. So just limiting beliefs that are limiting the access to who and what you are. So I'm just clearing those limiting beliefs. So thoughts are also just energy, and they can just act as blockages. So I'm clearing. So basically around that's not possible, certain things are not possible for you. So there are thoughts that limit you because certain things are not possible for you. So that's what the thoughts are thinking. So I clear those thoughts. Because underneath, everything is possible. So I just clear those thoughts. And then thoughts around that things can work in a different way than you have imagined, than you were able to think about. So I clear those thoughts. And this creates just an openness that more light can enter the system, and also the higher information has all the possibilities in it, and then we can tap into those more when the blockages are gone. Okay. And then also I work on the heart chakra, because heart chakra is always the identification. This is where I see the identification. So I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible. Clear those energies. Then like insecurities, so I'm not sure, I'm not sure, I'm not sure, I'm not sure if this works, I'm not sure if this works, whatever that is for you. So it's very individual for everybody. I'm not sure if that would work or if that works. I'm not sure, I'm not sure, I'm not sure. I just clear those energies. And it's all about like higher possibilities. This is how I see this, like higher possibilities, possibilities that you haven't thought about, that you haven't even imagined, that they could come in, and the system is just limited. And because of that, it's not able to see these possibilities. So because these blockages are removed, or the ones that were there for us to remove now, a lot more light can flow in, and flows into all the chakras. So down to the root chakra, just a lot of light flowing in, it's flowing in. And the light has, so that energy that comes in right now contains the energy of like curiosity. So it gives your system curiosity, the energy of curiosity, that you can look for more, that you can look for more, but from your system point of view. So basically having the openness, okay, there are more possibilities out there. So this curiosity, okay, there is actually more out there. So that's coming in into every cell of your body, and just that information manifests in every cell of the body. And this curiosity also brings in a, let's say, a subtle excitement about looking for something new, looking for higher possibilities. And then the joy comes in as well. So there's joy coming in. Just the joy around that these possibilities are out there, and you can't see them because of the blockages, but beyond the blockages, we've removed them now. The openness is there. And this openness and the excitement brings automatically also in the joy. Okay, and with that joy being present, Colette, do you want to continue?
Okay. So while Eva was clearing, the transmission here has remained undifferentiated, meaning that it's just been the frequency of pure enlightenment or awakening. And I presume that this is just because it'll begin to tell me now what it's going to be for today. So normally my left hand will go up to receive the energy, and my right hand will begin transmitting. And it'll take me a few minutes to figure out what the energy is doing, but I will talk about it as I do that. Okay. So this is a very, very high vibrational energy. It's also largely undifferentiated right now, which means it's very close to the frequency of pure truth or very pure consciousness frequency. Like Eva said, there's a lot of light. There's a lot of light. I can see things falling away. They're like energetic strands. Certain, I guess one could say maybe a low vibrational energy strands falling away that almost can't stand the climate of the transmission that's happening. There's too much light. So unnecessary things are being shed. I can see an alignment through the chakra system. Something almost pulling up from the root to the crown. And along with this pull, it's removing everything that is not needed. The frequency itself feels almost like the frequency of limitlessness, although I'm not sure if that's its final form. Right now, it feels like what's being transmitted is a form of limitlessness or possibility. Okay, hope comes in as well. Okay, there's also there's a certain an energy cap that's being removed. We have this like cap where we believe this is how good things can get, and it can only get this good, and that anything further is not possible for us. Essentially saying that miracles are not possible. So this transmission seems to be removing that cap or that limit. It's also lifting the energy body out of the low vibrational state. It's showing me almost that the light is carrying those who are watching. It's like lifting the energy body out. And from this lifted out place, you can see more. You can see more possibility. Limitation is just belief. It can just feel real if certain energies are dense. Sometimes we feel like there's no way out of a certain situation. And we kind of deny that a miracle could happen or that there are infinite possibilities. So this frequency right now feels very much like that. The frequency of infinite possibility or complete lack of limitation. This also means limitation from the body. So you are not limited to the body. It's freeing you from limitation from the mind and any energies that just don't serve you, I guess. Again, it's showing me an untethering. So We hold on to certain structures because they keep us safe. We tether ourselves to certain limitations because we believe that they're helping us in some way, but it's not true. A limitation, or the concept of limitation, is an old construct that is no longer needed in the newer states of consciousness. So the transmission is also gently allowing you to lift yourself out of the state that perpetuates limitation. This is also showing itself as miracle energy, or the frequency of miracles, the frequency of possibility. Certainty comes in, allowing you to be certain of these things. Certain that there are a million ways in which something could work out. And certain that miracles occur, even awareness of miracle in daily life, the miracle of life. Okay, so the transmission is now becoming more passive, meaning that the dialogue will probably stop and the energy will continue to be transmitted. So this body is also entering a type of trance state, which signals to me that I will give over to Eva now and continue transmitting this side.
Okay, so I'm continuing. So the energy right now is working very intensely on the third chakra and the heart chakra, really clearing. So especially third chakra, clearing a lot of low vibrational energies out of the third chakra. It's very intense, like very persistent. It really wants to clear those energies out. It's just low vibrational energies that are stored in our system, represented in the third chakra, and we don't need them anymore, right? So I'm also assisting. So I'm clearing these energies out of the third chakra. So I'm clearing shame, the energy of shame. I'm clearing the energy of shame. Basically, it's shame around not being able to see beyond the human limitations, which is, of course, not something that we probably experience really. It's just also stored in the system, but we don't even know that it's there because it's not an area where we usually go into and look for energies or information that we want to clear. So I'm just clearing it. So there's just shame. And it's interesting, there's shame around being this limited human. And this is what we don't want, because we're here to have this human experience and we have these limits, but we have the possibilities right now to clear these limits and to clear those blockages and just to reset our system and basically live from a different truth. It's like we're still on earth, we're still having this human experience, but we are definitely not the same anymore. We like, I think the best way, I mean, I can't say we're different species, but it kind of feels like that. So we like a new possibility of humans. And we are so lucky because people who are listening to this or watching this, we can experience both. So first we experience the limited human and all that came with it. And then going through this transformation, coming out on the other side, being a totally new species of human. I guess that's the best way I can describe it right now. So that's what the energy shows me. We have these possibilities here through these transmissions. And the only thing that's needed is us saying, yes, we want to go through this transformation. Basically needs a yes. And that's all. And again, I clear more energies out of the third chakra because the ones I see down there are still holding us back a little bit. So I clear those energies. And again, it's just around shame of being this limited human, but there's other possibilities as well. I mean, it's totally fine, it's totally fine. I'm just clearing those energies. Okay. And what I see right now, what the energy is doing, it's forming this this new kind of this new species of human. This is what it's doing. It's forming that. And let's sit with this for the next few minutes until we then finish this transmission. Okay, so I'm closing down the session now, the meditation, and this will take about a minute, and then I'll let you know when we are finished. Okay. Oh my goodness. That was so good. That was so strong. And I loved what came through. Honestly, that was so cool.
Yeah, wow, it was so intense.
Yeah.
So intense. I've never felt something so strong. Wow. My
No,
like
I also
this
haven't.
this region was like just crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it
And,
also like it was so strong. It like left me like I don't normally enter into a trance state so easy, but it was like
mm,
shoving me into a trance state. Also very persistent, like just
yes,
get out
yes.
the way. It just let
Mhm.
me do my thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I could really feel that the energy, like it had its intention for this transmission, and it was really persistent. Like I felt that too. So it was
Yeah.
really, really strong. And that's what I love about the transmission, that, they have an agenda and we can assist. And yeah, so that was absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It was so
Yeah.
awesome. It was such a good experience.
Yeah.
Wow. Very
That was
cool.
really cool. Yeah, nice. And do you want to share where people can find you so that they can get in touch with
Oh,
you?
Oh yeah, okay. So just a bit just briefly about the transmission because I didn't really talk about the transmission. I just transmitted. So the transmission that's being worked with is basically the frequency of enlightenment or Brahman consciousness or no self. It's a very high frequency. It was received by the system in 2021 when I had the shift into Brahman or no self consciousness. Although at the time I didn't really know what it was. And so now I'm transmitting this energy. Um, yeah, I do one-on-ones. I never know what a transmission is going to be like. So if you do a one-on-one with me, it's a complete surprise for both of us. Just like today's one, completely spontaneous, no planning. The energy that comes in will completely delegate where everything goes, and it will be highly personalized for your system. So yeah, that being said, you can find me on my website, which is thatbeyondduality.com. You can also find me on Instagram at thatbeyondduality. And I also have a new YouTube page with transmissions that I recently started. And that's at Transmissions Beyond Duality. And then also something new that we are starting, my husband and I. So I think every month on a Sunday. So it's a Sunday for people in the United States, but for Australia, where we are, and Europe, it'll be a Monday. We are doing a joint Reiki transmission silent group meditation. These are going to be held by donation. So whatever you want to contribute, whatever you feel called to, we appreciate that very much. And we'd love if you were to join. Our first one is going to be on Sunday, I think it's the 10th of November, a Monday, the 11th of November for us. Yeah, details are on my website. So that would be
Mhm.
very cool. And then you get to experience the transmission that I just did along with Reiki. So it's a very
Cool.
good balance. You get the high vibrational source energy, and Reiki has a very healing, grounding, just fantastic kind of interplay between the two. So yeah, one-on-ones, I mentioned that, and the group Sunday meditation. Yeah, and my website now. So that's
sounds amazing, and the meditation, the joint meditation, sounds really amazing. So very cool.
Yeah, we're very excited. To see just how a group responds, and also how the transmission will respond along with Reiki to a group. So very excited. But thank you so much, and thank you so much for initiating this. It was so cool and worthy mention. I just also wanted to thank you, because I've said to you before, but you're actually like subconsciously the reason why I started doing transmissions, which I've spoken about to people in the past here and there, and I said like Eva's actually the reason, but I never like really explained it. So it was like I had the shift into no self-consciousness or Brahman consciousness, and I started getting these energy influxes, and I didn't know what to do with them. I tried to be, that's another thing I offer. I also offer spiritual teaching. Anyway, I tried to be a spiritual teacher, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't translating the frequency of truth, the frequency of enlightenment enough. It was like I was typing words, teaching people on Zoom via words, like how to awaken, and it felt like the awakening energy is being distorted until it's very small and coming out in words. So then somehow by grace, I met Eva, and when she said she does energy transmissions, I was like, oh, that's cool. Anyway, I didn't think anything of it at the time. And then a couple months after that, the energy that I had been receiving since the shift built up so much, because I kept trying to translate it in non-dual teaching or enlightened teaching verbally, that it wasn't getting the resolve, it wasn't getting the release that the energy needed. So it got like frustrating in the energy field. It was so built up. And then something in me remembered this woman that I met that did transmissions. And I just put on my camera and I put up my hands, and the energy started flooding out. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so relieved. Because I said to my husband, like the days before, I don't know how much longer I can handle it. I don't know how much longer I can handle this energy. And I don't know how to, I would type poems, I type these long things, and I just couldn't get it out until I discovered this. So thank you so much. Thank you.
So cool. So cool. Amazing that was of inspiration, and you're doing fantastic work, and it was so much fun to it was a great experience to see how you work, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, we should definitely do this again sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
And
thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank you, and also everybody who's listening, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
and for joining us in this amazing experience. And yeah, and please check out Colette. She's doing amazing work, and I really admire her.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a
Thank
lot.
you so much.
Okay,
Thank
bye
you.
bye.